Hey Dustin, I'm Tim. I'm going to give you your show and tell on your trailer. It has one 12-volt battery on the front, two 30-pound propane cylinders that are full except for what we use to service the trailer. On your regulator, the arrow's pointed towards this one over here. We'll open this cylinder up. If for any reason this one over here would happen to go low, it's going to turn red inside your glass eye instead of being clear, indicating that the bottle that it's pointed to is empty and it's having to pick up from this one over here, as long as the cylinder's open. There is two buttons on the trailer. One that turns the LED lights on the electric jack. You have an up and down button, and there is a manual way that you can come in from the top and manually crank that jack up or down, if for any reason it won't go on its own. But it does also have a 12 volt or 30 amp 12 volt fuse here underneath that I would check before I have to get my manual crank handle out and crank it up or down. It has the 4 BL jacks on all 4 corners. This is the handle for the tongue jack on the front of the trailer. There is 2 of those. And there is also a handle for your BLs on all 4 corners. The other big box in there is the rest of the hitch package for the front of the trailer. As we step off down through here, the lug nuts out in the trailer have been torqued at 100 foot-pounds. The tires are aired up to pressure, which is 80 pounds on the side of the tire cold. They have upgraded the tires. There is an outside shower that gives you hot and cold running water. There is a park cable hookup and a satellite hookup. 30 amp power cord. It's 25 foot long. There is a black tank. No, wait a minute. That is your city water connect. Anytime they hook onto the city water connect, they ask that you have a water pressure regulator on it. It has an electric switch in the lower left-hand corner on the outside of the hot water heater for the electric side of it. The gas switch is going to be on the inside. You want to pop your pop-off valve to make sure it's full of water before you turn on either source of heat, electric or gas. Also has a drain plug for the hot water heater. It is also an anode rod. What it does is the water inside the hot water heater eats up the anode rod instead of eating up the inside of the tank. Anytime the steel rod in the center is showing, it's time to replace it. When I winterize the trailer, I always leave the plug out for 2 or 3 days, giving the water that's in the bottom of the hot water heater time to evaporate before I put the plug back in. On your dump station here in the back, sewer hose goes on just like the cap does. You'll pull your 3-inch black valve in the back first, which is the toilet water. Let all the nasties drain out that'll drain out. Then you can pull the gray handle, which is your kitchen sink, bathroom sink, and shower water. And it will help kind of clean out the inside of the hose. No spare tire on the back of the trailer. It does have an outside kitchenette. Outside refrigerator works on 110 only. There is a light switch on the wall on the left hand side that turns the LED light above us on, and a 110 outlet. There is also a microwave out here on the outside kitchenette and an outside propane grill. Quick connect hose here at the bottom hooks to the connection where the blue knob is. Once the connections are made together, the T-handle on top has to be turned in line with it for it to have gas coming out of it. It does have an outside sink. Got hot and cold running water out here. It does have a stopper for the sink. Connection to where you can get in and do the plumbing. And a drawer for utensils. In travel, when this big outside kitchenette door is out, you will want to make sure that it is locked in the center during travel to keep it from coming open and catching on the first stop sign you pass by. Your back door accesses you into the back side of the bathroom. 2 outside internal speakers, porch light, stove vent, outside refrigerator. That lets the water out of the freezer to the outside of the trailer. Outside of the furnace, sucks cold air in around the outside, blows hot air out the center. I would suggest putting a mud dauber screen over that too. You do have a 110 outlet on the outside of the trailer. A place to hook up your coax for the antenna on top. And a mounting bracket for a TV. Freshwater tank fills here. And drains to the white connection underneath there. The front compartment up here has the rest of your hitch package in the box. Now we're going to go to the inside. As we step into the trailer, it does have a working fire extinguisher on the right hand side. First button lets the main slide room go out. Second button takes the back slide room out in the bunk area. The good thing about both of these slides is there's nothing the slide room can catch on when it's going in or out. First light switch here on the wall turns the porch light on. First light switch on the big one turns the center row of lights on. Second one turns the porch light on. Third one turns the light above the sink on. Awning has an in and out button on it. I think I'm going to have to close the door just a little bit to get the awning to go out. On the awning, there is a pinch point on both arms that you can pull down against and tighten up the black knob that puts the pitch of the rain coming off this corner of the awning. You can do it for the same thing as the back arm. Pull down on it, tighten up the black knurled knob, and it puts the pitch of the rain going off back there. Or you can pull both of them down if it's mist and rain and put the pitch more slanted so that the water runs off the awning easier. Before you roll the awning back up, you'll want to loosen up the black knob. Allows the inner arm to slide in inside of itself. And that first light switch up at the top was that set of LED lights. Two more buttons to show you. This one here is marked microwave top and microwave down to bottom. The top one is the microwave inside the trailer. The bottom one is the microwave out in the outside kitchenette. I'm going to roll that awning back in. That wind's starting to pick up a little bit. But there is a 110 outlet right beside that switch there. There is 2 sets of keys for the trailer. One purple key does the front door lock and deadbolt. The other purple key does the back door lock and deadbolt. And then the 751 key in the center does all your outside compartments. All the paperwork that was found in the trailer is in the top drawer of the kitchen. Microwave switch has to be turned to this microwave for it works. But it also has a clock button on it that you can set the time on it. There is a light for the stovetop and a fan for the stovetop. The 3 burners up on top of the stove have to be turned to the high light position using the striker on the left hand side to light those. But on the oven, you still have to turn it to where it says pilot on. Hold the button down and light with a long lighter or match on the right hand side. On the refrigerator, it has an on and off button. Turn it on, it automatically goes to the auto side, which is the 110 side. If you wanted it off of electric over to gas, you'll push the gas button, let it pop out. For any reason the refrigerator does not light on gas, the check light will come on. Pretty good space in the freezer. Pretty good space down here in the refrigerator. Thermostat for the refrigerator is the white fin on the far right hand side. The farther up the white fin goes, the colder it gets in the bottom. The farther down that white fin goes, the warmer it stays in the bottom. We're going to turn it back off the gas, come back up to the top and turn it off. Monitor panel is next. Checking your battery life shows you that it's fully charged. Anytime that it's plugged into the 110 line, it's going to show you that. To get an accurate reading on the battery, have the 110 line unplugged and then push your battery button. Freshwater tank shows you that it's empty. Black tank shows you that it's empty. Gray tank shows you that it's empty. As they fill up, they will show 1/3, 2/3 full. The red button on the lower right hand side turns the water pump on between the freshwater tank and the faucets. You have a gas switch to turn the hot water heater on gas. Red light comes on, stays on for about a minute, then it goes off. If for any reason that hot water heater does not light, that red light will come back on. And you also have an electric switch on the inside that overrides the one on the outside that will let the hot water heater heat up on electric. The connection down here at the bottom is a LP detector in the trailer. Access panels to the back of the shower and to the drain underneath the shower. The light switch on the wall turns the light above the medicine cabinet on. Vent handle cranks up. A little black button turns the fan on there. Single foot flush on the toilet is marked on the back of the lid. Push halfway down, fills with water. Push all the way down, fills and dumps. There's also a 110 outlet on the side of the sink cabinet that is your GFI that protects all your 110 outlets in the trailer. Showers, just like you have at home, does have hot and cold running water in it. And it does have a tub in it that you can plug off for smaller kids. Back in the bunk room, all the lights have to be turned on by hand. Little push buttons on the lights, turn them on. There is another place for a TV here that will work with the antenna and booster on top of the trailer. There is a ladder on this side over here for going up to the top bunk. This top bunk up here folds up out of the way. Does have a fire escape window down here at the bottom. Pull the red handle on the screen, pulls the screen loose. The red handle on the window goes all the way through the window frame, and that lets you access to the outside of the trailer. The bottom drawer on the bottom bunk pulls out. There is another mattress that will go on top of that to make the fourth bed in the bunk room area. Your air conditioner vents through the round vents in the ceiling, the white vents in the ceiling. The furnace vents through the square vents in the floor. And it does have a little cabinet space off here on the left-hand side. Pretty good sized closet space here. Nope, just cabinet space. Top and bottom. Four screws comes out of the back of this panel here and will access you into the back of the hot water heater. Two white valves on the hot water heater are turned sideways, allowing it to make a loop at the back of the hot water heater. When you get ready to put water to it, them two white valves have to be pointed towards the hot water heater. Next one up is the breaker box that's in the trailer. Breakers are marked from the top, 30 amp main coming down. Water heater, it tells exactly what they are on the left hand side. On your car fuses over here, it starts at the top and works its way down there. If for any reason the car fuses happen to blow, there is a red light on the right hand side of them that lights up when the fuse is blown. and can also be seen through the dark lens. Tabletop comes off the 2 pedestals, goes between the 2 benches. The 2 back big cushions go over the top of the table to make a smaller bed there. The lights in the ceiling have to be turned on by hand. They got a little push button on either side. And you got your sconce lights off to the side of that. And there is a little button that turns them on and off. It's on the left hand side, might be on the right hand. Yeah, it's on the left hand side. Couch butterflies out into a bed too. Does have a fire escape window behind it. There is no TV in the trailer, but there is a AM FM stereo, CD, and DVD player in the stereo itself that will play a DVD between the stereo and TV. And you have a fireplace door on the top right hand side. Turns it on. Little remote here to the side operates it. The bigger remote does the stereo and DVD player. Each side of the bed has a 110 outlet down at the floor. A light switch on the top to turn each one of the lights on there. The light at the end of the bed has to be turned on by hand to the right. Then you have a fire escape window on the right hand side of the master bedroom. There is also privacy curtains on either side for privacy for the master bedroom. And this side over here does have the remote for the thermostat. It has an on and off button. You turn it on, automatically it goes to the fan speed, auto, high, or low. Go back to auto, or hit the mode button one more time, down for the air conditioner. We'll dial your temperature down for it. Hit that mode button one more time for the furnace and dial your temperature up for it. Hit it one more time to where it says on and off. As soon as the green light goes off, either one of the appliances goes off. They take about anywhere from a minute to 5 minutes to shut down. If the furnace has been lit on propane, it takes almost 5 minutes for the fan to stop operating on the furnace. The air conditioner takes just about a minute or two for the fan to sling the water off the coils before it shuts off too. That's basically everything on your trailer. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them the best that I can. Thank you.